This statement from the President of the United States just moments ago, it reads as follows. Iran's new regime president, much less radicalized and far more intelligent than his predecessors, has just asked the United States of America for a ceasefire. We will consider when Hormuz Strait is open, free and clear. Until then, we are blasting Iran into oblivion, or as they say, back to the Stone Ages. The President of the United States on social media just moments ago.
So I think he's talking about Masoud Pezeshkian, but to your point in the commercial break, he isn't new. He has been the president of Iran since 2024. On top of that, we did see the markets whipsaw yesterday off of this call the president had with one of his European counterparts saying we are open to ending the ceasefire, but reiterated what Iran would need to see to have a ceasefire. And what Iran wants to see will be absolutely non-starters by the United States. It's also important to note that Iran's president really has no influence, very limited influence on this regime. On top of that, the Iranian president's role is domestic economic policy. He is not going to be the one that decides the war should end.
So there's one component of this that keeps changing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's how dependent ending hostilities is on the situation with the Strait of Hormuz. So let's just go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday together. So on Monday, the president said, if the Hormuz Strait is not immediately open for business, we will conclude our lovely stay in Iran by blowing up and completely obliterating all of their electric generating plants, oil wells and Kharg Island, and possibly desalination plants. On Tuesday, the president said, you'll have to start learning how to fight for yourself. The USA won't be there for you anymore, like you weren't there for us. Go get your own oil, which spoke to the reporting from the Wall Street Journal that maybe they'd end these hostilities in Iran without reopening the Strait. And then it feels like this morning, Wednesday, we're closer to Monday than we are to Tuesday.
What do you do with this? Well, maybe you just focus on what's going on in the region. And frankly, every analyst and investor who's come on the show today has said, look at what is feasible. And it is infeasible for the U.S. to pull out, for this war to be over without the Strait of Hormuz being a passage of free flow for trade. And that's, I think, what a lot of people just keep focusing on.